Good afternoon. I'm Skipper Sam Young with Ship 378 and also a Scoutmaster in Troop 2193. And we're talking about the Family Life Merit Badge today with about 12 Scouts who are trying to earn it towards Eagle. And we are working on the chores list. And one of the things that I've asked them to do is to add bathrooms to their list of chores. They have a responsibility to clean the bathroom, their bathroom, once a week, and we're going to cover how to do that. All right, go ahead and switch it. Let me know when you're ready. Okay, hang on. I'm going to take my shirt off because you're not going to focus on me anymore. And I am sweating badly. All right, you ready? Let me know. All right, we're going to talk about bathrooms. All right. Are you aware that most people are clueless, including your mom, about what it takes for a healthy bathroom? Over the last 5 or 6 weeks since I've been helping a couple of scouts in my ship work on the Family Life Merit Badges, I promised I was going to send them via Facebook different articles about what's going on in a bathroom. I don't know whether they've seen them or not or anything, but I know their parents have because they've been sharing them on the internet. Okay? So what we're going to talk about is how to deal with this. The kinds of issues that you experience in the bathroom are high humidity. Oh, by the way, you guys can make comments in here, just keep the chatter down. Okay, ask questions and things. There's surface moisture. Where does the surface moisture come from?
Your butt. Humidity on the shower.
The shower, no, the shower, on the shower stall. Where else does surface water come up? Sink. On the sink, okay.
Towels.
All right, so where does high humidity come from? Do you guys have any idea how much water is pumped in the air every time you take a shower? What quantity?
5 gallons.
5 gallons? Not quite that much.
2 gallons.
20.
20 gallons of water?
Well, 5 is too much.
2 gallons.
Yeah, 5 is too much, so 2 is 20.
All right,
Oh,
the answer is
I thought it
1
was.
cup.
Oh.
There is 1 cup of water ejected into the air every time you take a shower. And if you've got 5 people in that bathroom, you know, in the first hour of the day, you've got 5 cups of water flying around in that bathroom. Okay, so what's happening in that bathroom? Where's that moisture going?
On the walls.
Everywhere.
On the walls, on the surfaces, on the towels,
On the mirror.
down the hallway, obviously on the mirror, okay? But high humidity is a problem, okay? High humidity supports mold growth, okay? Anybody ever been in a bathroom that smells foul?
Yes.
Okay, it has several reasons for smelling foul, okay? But your bathroom can really smell foul if you leave wet clothes in there and leave them there for a while.
Much so.
Okay. Anybody know what mold is? Anybody have any idea what bacteria is? Okay, well, all these things are going on in your bathroom, and I guarantee you your mom is very excited about these things. If there's a reason she goes after the bathroom more than anything else, is because of these stupid mold and bacteria colonies. Anybody know what a toilet flume is?
Is it growth inside the toilet bowl?
Huh?
Growths inside of the toilet bowl?
No. But it's inside of the toilet bowl for sure.
The box behind the toilet.
No.
Is it the ring?
No. What's a flume?
Like a thing you slide down and slides on.
No, it's like a.
That is a type of flume.
Is that the little handle that you squeeze and it?
It's
not
inside the toilet bowl.
That's called a flush handle.
Is it
Oh, you don't
little,
squeeze the
is it a little water?
The handle actually causes the flume.
Is it the water spiral thing?
As it spirals down, what else is going on as the water is spiraling down?
It's washing all the.
Washing.
Well, it's self-scouring the toilet, but what's going airborne?
Water.
Water and
Smells.
bacteria.
Bacterias.
Yes. Basically, if you don't believe me,
Smells.
okay, I encourage you to put the toilet seat down the next time you flush the toilet and see how much water accumulates on the toilet ring and on the bottom side of the toilet seat. Okay? Now, when you go to think about it, that stuff is putting that on your towels, on your toothbrushes,
Toothbrush.
on your soap,
That's why the
on
cover
your
on my
clothes,
Same.
all over the place. And if there's fecal matter in there,
brushing your teeth.
ew.
Brushing your teeth with
Okay, so we're gonna deal with toilet plumes. How about debris films? Anybody here brush their teeth?
Yeah.
What do they do with it after you do? What do you do with the toothpaste after you're done using it?
I spit
Put
it
it
out.
on
in the
in
trash.
a
Where?
drawer.
In the sink.
In the sink.
And then I wash the sink out.
Okay, what happens if you don't wash the sink out?
Crusty.
It'll get stuck there.
It gets crusty.
Where else does it get stuck?
Inside of the
I never
pipe.
had the pie.
How about on the mirror?
Oh.
Oh, that happens.
I've never had
On the
that.
faucet.
Something
That's
minus
never
my
happened.
toothpaste.
On the
You've
faucet.
never had your
It
toothpaste?
never goes.
It's not toothpaste. It's
Well, you must brush your teeth differently than I do.
No, it's like
I
whenever
like
I'm brushing out your
brushing
teeth.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Some of you use bar soap and stuff like that. Have you ever noticed soap scum on the shower stall and on the sinks and
Yeah.
everything?
Once, no, that wasn't soap. We got like a soap holder, and I picked it up because it dropped and it had like metal on it, and I thought it was a bone, and I screamed and like and threw it down the drain.
Great
So,
story.
but anyway, we when in the process of using the bathroom with our toothpastes and soaps and stuff like that, we leave films. Okay, and they're disgusting. Not only that, they are traps for bacteria and all kinds of other things. How many of you guys use deodorant?
I hope.
I hope we
Yeah,
don't.
I hope they raise your hands.
If you don't, then leave.
How about cologne?
Only on occasion. Yeah.
We
On
can't,
occasion.
we
I
can't
gotta,
afford
I gotta
that.
be smelling good.
All right. Well, here's what you don't understand.
My parents don't give me cologne.
Okay, cologne and perfume are not healthy.
What?
They are not. As a matter of fact, if a woman comes down the hallway and she's wearing perfume, I start sneezing like crazy.
Yes. Because you have what is it?
When it's like
The high
when
odor
it's
allergicness. No, it's
at grandma's
it's
church and it like
It's called
they
volatile
bucket
organic compound.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was
VOCs.
on the tip of my tongue.
Okay.
You already said it, volatile organic compounds.
All right. But the thing of it is that the reason why people wear cologne and perfume and things like that, they're both the same thing. It's only one's for guys and one's for girls. Because you'll never tell a girl to wear cologne and you'll never tell a guy to wear perfume. But they'll both make themselves stink to high heaven.
Cologne's way stronger than perfume.
Okay. And believe it or not, a lot of deodorants, if you're not careful with it, they put a lot of odorizers in there and stuff too. Because the theory is that there is a foul odor. And the way to overcome the foul odor is to replace it with another odor to overpower the foul odor. You're not killing the foul odor. The foul odor is still there. You're just replacing with something that's more socially acceptable, but it's not better to breathe. Okay? Okay. Does anybody know how many times, how long it takes to shed all your skin and replace it?
2 weeks.
Hmm?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
4 weeks.
4 weeks?
2.5.
3 weeks?
2.5.
All right, every 28 days,
4 weeks.
So 4 weeks.
4 weeks, all your skin cells are replaced. Okay?
Whoa.
Where do those things go?
On
On the
the
floor.
bed.
On your bath towel,
On the bed.
on the soap, in the bed, in your hairbrush.
I use Head and Shoulders, so
Same.
So you rub your skin off.
Okay?
my hair is soft.
What's an expectorant?
Mouthwash or toothpaste.
But what is an expectorant? When it says you got an expectorant, what is that?
Something you put in your
A lot of dead skin cells.
No, an expectorant is something you spit out.
Is it a hairball?
Well, if you're a cat, maybe. Hopefully you don't have any
I
hairballs.
hope
You
not.
gotta go to the doctor.
Okay? Okay? And then, of course, you got the idea people don't know really how to take care of themselves in the bathroom. Okay? If you don't believe me, take a look at the toilet seat. Sometimes you're going to find fecal matter on the seat that the guy before you left behind. You're going to find urine underneath the sink, underneath the toilet.
That's summertime.
Same.
That's like every bathroom in
Underneath the
summertime.
sink.
Hey,
That's why I use
am I a guy? Okay? I know all about these things. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Says
and
you
I'm
don't
pretty
lick the bowl.
sure,
Yeah, you
That's
don't
what
get the
shots
bowl
are
if you
important.
pretty sure that you guys know too. And I guarantee you that that's one of the reasons why we're gonna be talking about this. okay? But I'm going to talk to you in such a way that your mom's gonna appreciate the fact that you know it. Not because all of a sudden you're gonna take over the bathroom cleaning detail. But do you know what your mom expects of your dad relative to the bathroom?
Not to,
Not
to,
to
Not to
Stick it
be
up.
on the seat, yeah.
Not
Not
stick
to
it up
stick
real
it
bad.
out. To put the seat down when he's done.
How about if
Dad,
it doesn't
watching
work,
us
what does she
close the
expect
door.
him to do?
Fix it.
Okay, so if the water's not running, make it run again.
Fix it.
If the power's not working,
Power it
make
up.
it
Power
work
it
again.
Get on that.
Okay?
Pikachu, are you?
Alright, now, who has a conversation with you about how to inspect a bathroom, how to manage a bathroom, how to clean a bathroom, and how to use a bathroom? Is that a discussion that comes up very
My
often?
marriage counselor.
I'm probably the only person that's gonna put all this stuff together in one package for
Actually,
you.
no, we had to do it
You're a
here.
plumber.
If you're a plumber, you probably know about these
Yeah.
things, but not a plumbers don't live in everybody's house. Okay, and the plumbers probably don't know how to use the bathroom. They know how to fix it, but they don't know how to use it.
I don't get got to now.
Wait, there's a clip.
Okay, why do we care about bathrooms? Okay? First of all, you need to know how to maintain them because your family depends on it. Think about the fact that someday you'll be 20 years older than you already are. That will happen for most of you. Hopefully it happens for all of you. Okay? But your family's gonna depend on you to keep that bathroom working because when that bathroom doesn't work, mom is not happy. And when mom is not happy,
Nobody's happy.
nobody's happy.
Happy life.
Okay? What you need to do is be aware of what it takes to stay healthy. You need to develop routine care habits and things. Most of the time, all I have to do is explain why we need to do certain things rather than just tell you to do it. If I sat there and told you, Lucas, to go do something, how inclined are you to continue doing it?
Not very.
No, you're gonna wait till I go away and you're gonna stop, right?
Yeah.
But if I tell you why you're doing it and I go away, you're probably gonna do it on your own. Okay, so I'm gonna answer the question why. I'm not gonna tell you to do anything. I'm gonna share with you why things need to get done. Okay, and those become habits. You need to understand how items in the bathroom are affected. That toilet flume is a very real thing. Okay, how many of you guys even knew that the toilet flume was even a thing?
Sprayed it.
Yeah, it sprays. Yeah. Okay. I want you to take this same information. A lot of what we do is we're going to talk about how this knowledge
Can you not?
extends to the bedroom. Lucas said that we shed our skin in our beds and things like that. Okay, shedding our skin doesn't only happen in the bathroom. A lot of what we talk about can apply to kitchens and they can apply to laundry rooms. Okay.
Hold on.
Anybody go camping?
Yeah,
Okay. Anybody go backpacking?
yeah.
Okay, do we have nice plumbing facilities and stuff like that when we go camping and backpacking?
No.
Yeah.
That's called.
No.
It's called
Nature.
ground and
As a matter of
castles.
fact, we might even dig our own latrines and have our own cat shovels and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So you still need to be aware of what these things are, even if you don't have the fancy plumbing fixtures to go along with them. Alright? I want you to appreciate your mom. Okay? Appreciating your mom will go a long way for a lot of reasons. Okay? Because up to today, up till now, you probably just let your mom do things and you really don't know what she's going through or why or anything else. It's just the bathroom magically appears clean and you use it, right? What does she know that you don't? Okay, so we're gonna fix that. But there's one more important reason. Some of you guys are gonna get married, maybe all of you. It's one of the best ways you can in order to be able to show that you love your wife. Because do you think she enjoys cleaning the bathroom?
No.
If
No.
she loves me, she will.
The only reason she's doing it is because she loves you, but she hates it. She goes, I hate this job! But it's gotta get done because she's aware that if she doesn't do it, the people in her household are gonna get sick. Okay? So here's what I want you to do after this conversation. I'm probably starting to gross you out, and hopefully I have. Okay, but I want you to stay sane. Please realize it's going to be okay. People have been going to the bathroom and cleaning themselves since the beginning of time. Okay? Things aren't gonna change that way. I don't want you to become a germaphobe. Alright? These are the people who become super sensitive to everything and they're running around driving themselves and everybody else crazy trying to take care of a germ. My idea of life is to let a 2-week-old start crawling around the floor and start eating dirt and stuff like that, you know, as part of life. It's healthier for
Got
them.
me dirt can't hurt.
Yes.
No, don't germaphobes put plastic on the floor?
Don't germaphobes do what?
Put plastic on the floor?
I don't know. I'm not a germaphobe and I don't hang around any who are. All I know is they're highly irritating.
No, that's a terrible.
Alright, I don't want you to become the bathroom police. Okay, the knowledge that I'm about to provide you is not shared by all the other members of your family. And they really don't want somebody running around yelling at them all the time, telling them that they violated some sort of rules and stuff like that, okay? The goal here is to become aware of what's going in that bathroom, not to drive yourself or other people crazy. Okay? I want you to be practical about this whole thing, okay? I want you to add things that might be missing. In other words, if there's something wrong in your bathroom inspection and needs to be added, just add it, okay? Learn how to add it. You can do it yourself, you can get your dad to help you, whatever. Perhaps you need to adopt better materials. In other words, you may want to swap out the bar soap for some liquid soap, okay? Periodically take care of things. That's basically another way to say chores, inspections, things like that. And if you need to, make minor changes to your habits, if necessary. I'm not saying that what you're doing now is bad at all, but if you see something that you can probably do better, okay. Then the best thing about it is another major reason why I'm doing this is because this bathroom thing can be the basis for your individual and your family project. Okay, so that's why I'm saying we had to get through the chores in order to be able to get through requirements 3 and requirements 4. 4 and 5. Okay, there's a thing called the building code. Anybody ever heard of the building code?
Yeah.
What does the building code do?
It's like the standards for what you have to build stuff with.
Okay.
Make sure it's fire safe.
Huh?
Make sure it's safe. If there's a fire, you can get out.
It goes in that direction, yes. I have a different definition for the building code. It's the worst house that you can build legally, the minimum standard for a house. It's the worst house allowed by law. Okay, and that's key. A builder is not interested in making your bathroom, or any other part of your house for that matter, any better than he has to. Because if he's going to, what does he gotta do?
Spend more money.
Spend more money, and spending more money takes away his profits, right? His or her. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you right here and now that your bathroom is built to a minimum standard that, in my opinion, for what we're gonna be talking about, is unacceptable. We gotta make some changes to make it better, okay? Yes?
A new toilet seat?
If you need one, okay? If you have a wood one, please change it. If you have a press board one, please change it.
I have a glass one, I think. I don't know. It's like,
Ceramic.
it's
I don't
white.
have one. I just like sit on the top.
It's ceramic.
How do you not hurt?
Okay,
So,
So-
you just like,
does anybody know what a ground fault circuit interrupter is?
Yes,
What is it?
and basically if the electrical equipment grounds out, it has where the grounds, electricity comes in.
What does it look like in the bathroom though?
It's got like a little circle prong in the bottom.
Is it a receptacle, a light switch,
It's
a
a
slider
it's a wall
bar?
plug.
Huh?
It's a wall plug.
It's a wall plug. A ground fault circuit interrupter for the bathroom is typically a wall plug. You could actually have a circuit breaker that does that job. But there's a GFCI and it does exactly what he says. Does anybody know how many amps it takes to kill you?
One.
What? That was,
1? How about 2 milliamps?
No, it was a volt. It was a volt, I think.
2 milliamps. The circuit breaker in Coweta County is set up for 20 amps.
is that a lot?
So you can just like touch it with a piece of metal and you're dead.
Pretty much.
Yes.
It takes
Okay.
2 milliamps.
So
And any voltage, 2 milliamps.
So at any rate, one of the things that we're trying to do in a bathroom is that we gotta make sure that when there's an electrical accident, that the power shuts off, or otherwise you're a crispy critter. And you can easily become a crispy critter in a bathroom because generally you're wet and you have no clothes on. It's very easy,
Crispy.
okay? Then you're supposed to have sealed plumbing fixtures. In other words, the water's not supposed to go everywhere in general inside the wall, like, you know, under the floor or any of that other stuff. You see these sealed plumbing fixtures. The bath area fans need to be exhausting at 8 air changes per hour. And the way that you figure out is you have to measure the fan airflow and multiply it by 60 and divide it by the volume. Okay? The only problem with this particular thing, Chase, how would you measure the airflow from your bath fan?
I guess that's how much humidity is inside the air and how it decreases.
I hadn't thought about it that way.
You have to turn it on.
Huh?
Turn it on.
No
Turning
way.
on is not gonna tell you.
Wait.
No way.
I wanna know
It's a stupid answer.
how much air is leaving that room per minute. How are you gonna find that out?
You get one
Open
of those
the
out
door.
here.
Where the fan moves.
Open
You
the door.
get the little.
Oh yeah, the
what's
spinning
it-
machine.
What's that called
thing.
again?
The windometer. I don't
Oh,
know.
The
Barometer.
the anemometer.
Yeah, but.
Anemometer.
It starts with the
Like
K.
a windmill.
Oh, the Kessler,
Yes.
the Kestrel.
Kestrel.
I have a Kestrel.
Yeah.
And yes, you can have the ability that if you have my Kestrel, it costs about $200. You can figure out how much air is being exhausted out of the bathroom. Okay? I test these things on a daily basis, but I have probably $1,000 worth of equipment to get the job done. Okay, it takes me a second, okay, but I figure it out. Here's what I know, that over half the bath area fans in a house either don't work at all, in other words, they're exhausting nothing, or they're underperforming in a big way. Okay? The building code is set up that if you have a standard sized bathroom, in other words, probably a 5 by 8, okay, by 8 foot high. Okay? So if you can figure out the volume of what that would be, right? So you go
That's 200.
5
That's 200 cubic feet.
times 8 times 8 is how much?
Wait.
That is
40 times 8 is 320.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 320 cubic feet, right? Okay, so what we need is, typically we have a bath fan that you purchase at Lowe's, is set for 50 CFM, but it doesn't ever work that way. So if I have a 50 CFM fan, how many minutes are in an hour?
60.
Okay. Make that 320. Let's see, that becomes 30.
What did you be? 3,000? 3,000? 30,000?
What does this number turn out to be, guys?
3,000.
You guys got calculators?
Wait, what are you doing?
3.
What is 300?
300 divided by 60.
Oh wait, I was doing.
What do we need to do?
Well, this is approximately
Yeah, it's
300
3,000. 3,000.
divided by 32, so that'll probably equal about 10.
50 times 60 is 2,000.
No, 50 times 6. is
9.3 is 300. It's 300 divided by 32 is 9.3.
Yeah, so it's about 10 air changes per hour. Okay?
Pretty good.
For the standard is 8 air changes per hour. Okay? So I could actually have a fan that's actually running a little bit less than 50 CFM for a standard size bathroom and get it to work. The problem is, it's not easy to figure out how much is being exhausted. Yes, I could go to the store and it says 50 CFM, but there are a bunch of duct rules that apply and stuff like that. If you ever go up into the attic and chase down your bath area fan duct, you're gonna find somebody's probably gotten creative and it goes loopy-loops and around and slide around this way, and it goes up and down. All through a flexible duct, and it goes whoa, and by the time, it's so long and so wrong and so unstraight and turned 180 degrees immediately, that you're lucky to get any air out of that thing at all. Most bath area fans in most houses, all they're good for is making noise. As a matter of fact, the standard joke in the industry is that people think that the reason for a bath area fan is a noise mask. They figure that there are certain sounds that go on in a bathroom that need to stay in a bathroom, so if you want to keep those sounds in it, it's just like the deal, you just turn the fan on.
Whoa.
Okay? Unfortunately, that's about as good as most fans actually work. But if you're trying to get the humidity out and stuff like that, you need to make it work properly. So, you'll probably need to look on the internet for ways to figure out how well your bathroom fan is working, but one of the ways that I can tell you to do it, the one that'll work, that'll be halfway fun and you can take a picture of, get a dollar bill out of your pocket, go turn your bath fan up there and see if the dollar bill falls down.
Oh, it's supposed to suck it up, isn't it?
It's supposed to suck it up, and if it doesn't suck it up, it definitely ain't
Wait,
working.
what if it sucks it through the hole though?
It's not
It
really,
won't.
you're out of
It
the
won't.
line.
Not if you have it like this, it might, but if you got it like this, it's not gonna suck.
If you lay it flat up against the thing, it's not gonna get sucked up,
Oh.
it's sucked through the hole.
What do you
sucks
do?
the
You
sun.
put it in like a vending machine?
Okay, but yesterday,
I can't remember that.
on a builder's house, high-end home in Atlanta, over $600,000 for this house. I've been inspecting this guy's house every project he's done for the last 50 over the last 7 years. The guy knows that I'm gonna come along and I'm going to check the velocity, check to see how much the CFM of the bath fan is. He had 5 fans in that house. One of them didn't work at all. I mean, you turned it on and made a lot of noise, but it wasn't exhausting anything. They're supposed to exhaust a minimum of 50 CFM, and both of them were right at 30. The other two, thankfully, you put an 80 CFM fan in, because you got it installed right, and it was exhausting at about 60, 65. Just because it says 50 on the box does not mean it's going to exhaust at 50. Okay, if you want one that's going to exhaust greater than that, you need to buy one that's rated at 100, then you might get 50. Okay, so,
Do they go higher than 100?
yes, they do.
What's the highest one we've seen?
Over 1,000?
I don't know. I know that 100, 150 is probably the range that I mess around with, but I've never seen a fan actually record that much. It's just that I know that I need to install a 100 CFM fan if I want to get 80 out of it.
Could this be like the family project if the family and replace all the fans?
Test the bath fan.
You're reading my mind.
Did you just test them?
I'm a magician.
Wizard!
Okay, this is why we're going through this thing.
All
right. So, the bath area, so this is a building code requirement, is to do that, okay? Another one is that you're in the United States of America, not New Zealand, okay? You have grown accustomed to when you walk up to the sink and if it's got 2 faucets on it, a hot water side and a cold water side, if you do the one on the left, you get hot water out, right?
I just look for the.
It's a conditioned response. You're an American. And that's because in our building code, we say it's gotta be done that way. Okay? You go to other parts of the world and you expect that same thing to happen? Well, they don't have any requirements to tell you what the temperature's gotta be coming out the hot water side. I went to New Zealand, I turned on what I thought was the hot water. And first of all, I got cold because it was switched. Then I turned on the other side and then I had about 160-degree water, which is scalding. Not a good plan, all right? So the first thing we have to do is make sure that the hot water's on the left and the cold water's on the right. And do I find that as a problem in the United States of America? Yes, I find it particularly on jutted tubs, where somebody gets the wrong idea which way the tub is supposed to work. Okay, the hot water needs to be on the left from the perspective of the person who's inside the tub who's gonna get scalded if the water runs on them. And not from the perspective of the mom who happens to be outside the tub trying to wash Junior. That's how that gets reversed. The other way it gets reversed is that if you ever have 2 bathrooms back to back, okay, then you can end up with a situation where they want to be economical with the pipes and it might be right on one side, but the mirror image of it's exactly wrong. But the good news is that with most plumbing fixtures, if you have that situation, all you have to do is you just open up the fixture, turn around the plate, put it back in there to save care. But the big thing that you need to do is to make sure that the hot water's on the left and the cold water's on the right. Except on the ones that where you have a single rotating thing. Have you ever got a shower where you sit there and you turn on the handle and you just keep going around in a circle?
Yeah, I
Yes.
have one.
I got one.
Okay, well, what has to happen there is that the cold water has to come on first.
Mine doesn't do that. Mine's the opposite.
If it comes on hot water first, it's a violation of the building code.
They put it in backwards.
Oh, we're gonna get fined.
That goes.
Huh?
I was just saying he's gonna get fined for his
My house is
shower
gonna
faucet.
get condemned because my shower.
Yeah.
Could it?
Well,
Could it?
no, it can't. It's not going to, but if you were to buy the house new, right, and you were within the first year, and I came and inspected your house, one of the things that I figure out is whether the hot water is where it belongs. And if it's not, I can write it up and says, dear builder, you get to fix this and comply with the building code. The problem with the building code is that the building inspectors take 20 minutes to do what takes me 4 hours to do. How much are you gonna catch if you've only got 20 minutes, and part of that 20 minutes is 10 minutes having a chat with the builder? How much are you gonna catch?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was asking another question. Move on with your lesson.
Okay. All right. So another big one is how would you guys like to drink foul water?
Oh, no thank you.
Okay, one of the things that we have to have is backflow prevention on our bathtubs. Okay, how many of you guys have one of those hand showers on your? Okay, if you let that thing drop into the tub and the water pressure goes off, if you don't have the right conditions set up, it's gonna suction the water out of your bathtub right through your drinking water supply, right back out to the street. In other words, you've contaminated your drinking water. Is that a good deal?
No.
Not a good plan.
How does that even happen?
Huh?
How does that happen?
Suction? Have you ever siphoned anything?
Yes, I.
Okay, it's a siphon action.
Oh.
If the pressure out the street dies, all of a sudden you have a low pressure condition at the street. Okay, and it just sucks the water out of your bathtub, or out of the kitty wading pool, or out of the fertilized yard, or whatever. Okay, so there are backflow preventers on these things. Okay, if you come to my house, I totally rebuilt my bathroom. You're gonna see a funny looking gazzy that you probably never saw in anybody else's house, but I've got an air trap, an air gap at the top. You look at it, you have no idea why it's there, but it's designed as a backup mechanism to keep from backing up the water into my shower. Okay, and there are temperature controls on your tub and shower valves to prevent scalding. If you don't have any of these, where do you think that you control the water temperature to that, the hot water temperature to the house?
Hot water.
The heater thing.
At the water heater, okay? But the problem with running your water heater at 120 to 125 degrees is this thing called Legionnaire's disease. Anybody ever heard of it?
Yes.
I've heard.
Okay, all right, you don't know much about it, but the thing of it is, in order to keep the Legionnaire's disease down, the water heater should be running at 140.
We can't change